This is Barcelona, and they're one of Spain's most successful clubs. But they aren't the Barcelona of old. Back in the day, you had MSN tearing teams apart for fun. But they aren't short of talent now. With the likes of Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Sabasi, Barcelona are stacked. But with them currently being third in La Liga, I don't think Hansi Flick's the man to bring back the glory days. But that's where I come in, because I'm taking charge of Barcelona for the next 10 seasons to build on top of an already fantastic squad and make them Europe's most dominant club. But I won't have it all my own way, because the takeover wheel is back to make my life either way easier at Barca or a full-on nightmare. And so we begin our 10th season journey with Barca with this team, and let's just call a spade a spade. It is world class. I mean, for starters, it's actually a really young team, which really bodes well for us over the next 10 seasons. But even the old players in the team are world class. I mean, there's Marc-Andre ter Stegen, there's Szczesny, there's Robert Lewandowski.
Robert Lewandowski.
Not to mention the youngsters in the side, there's Alejandro Balde, Pablo Gavi, Pau Subasi, and of course Lamine Yamal, who at only 16 is genuinely insane. And the good news just keeps on coming. We've got 83 mil to spend in Season 1. However, there is a competitive side to this, because as you can see on the leaderboard, Chelsea sit top of it with 79 points, so that is the team and number to beat. And if you didn't see the last takeover and don't know how the point system works, let me quickly explain. If I win a Super Cup, and this will include trophies like the FA Community Shield, the Super Copper for example, I will win 1 point. If I win the League Cup, the Conference League or Europa, I'll win 3 points. If I win the league title, I'll win 5 points. And if I win the Champions League, I will earn 8 points. So it really is in Barcelona's best interest to win as many trophies as possible, because every single one of them will count in the long run. However, before we focus on winning trophies or even signing players, I want to mess around with the tactics. Now obviously this is how they rock in real life, and it is actually working quite well, but because of how FC25 is, it just won't suit this team. So I'm going old school with Barcelona, guys. I'm going for the 4-3-3 flat of old with a short passing build-up style and a very high line, because honestly they'll get away with it. And this is how they're going to be set up in game, ladies and gents. It's essentially a glorified 5-2-3, and with that, this is by a mile our strongest starting 11 that we can field. Now obviously this means certain players will be dropped for the time being. For example, Dani Olmo won't get game time, neither will Ansu Fati, but I am training both of them to be wingers, so hopefully that won't take too long. However, Pau Subasi is another player that won't get game time yet, simply because he's just not good enough. No matter how I work that back four, he just will not get game time, so right now I'm thinking of loaning him out. Just like I'm loaning the rest of these players out, ladies and gents. I'm hoping by the time they come back better players, and they'll actually have a shot at getting into the team. But right now we have 83 million to spend, and no idea if we can spend it or not, because we haven't yet spun that wheel, and we all know that thing can turn our season upside down if it wants to. So without further ado, we're spinning it for the first time with Barcelona. Oh, that's not a good start. What's bad effort? The players haven't been doing well in training. The starting team will each lose 3 ratings. Bro, that's a frigging joke. I mean, look at the team. Now, for goodness sake, our team's just become bloody average. I mean, some players in this team will recover, but some players just won't. I mean, Lewandowski, for starters, he was already going down. Now he's down 3 ratings already. Then there's Christensen, who, despite only being 28 years old, I don't think he's going to recover that fast. But then again, that gives me an idea, because if I loaned Christensen out and then gave Pau Subasi a chance in the starting team, he'd get unwavered game time. Maybe that was a blessing in disguise. And there he is in the starting 11, and if he can have a cracking campaign this time, that sets him up beautifully for the rest of this takeover. But I am worried about Lewandowski, man. He might be 86 rated now, but by the end of the season, he might be 81 overall. So that's exactly where this money's going, on a brand new striker that can last at the bare minimum 5 years with us. Which is why I'm going for Lautaro Martinez from Inter, mid-20s, 89 rated, with an unbelievable eye for goal, good dribbling, and fantastic physicality. And I'm certain he's been linked to Barca multiple times in the past. But he will cost a lot of money, 135 to 169, so if we are to make this deal happen, we're going to have to throw a player into this. So I'm offering 80 mil alongside Lewandowski, but honestly, I think we may have bitten off more than we can chew on Martinez. I don't personally think we're going to be able to afford it, but you never know. Oh, bloody hell, they've rejected us straight away. Yep, Martinez is out of bounds and out of our price range. We've just taken a fat out with that one, but I found Lois Openda from Leipzig, a little younger than Martinez, not as good as him, but he's absolutely happy with a good half a goal, decent dribbling and physicality, and he's much cheaper than Martinez, so there's a good chance we can sign it. So we're offering 50 mil alongside Lewandowski. I'm pretty certain they'll go for this, because this is like worth 93.5 million overall. And they've done it. We have got Lois Openda. We may have lost Lewandowski, but we've got someone 11 years younger, and in a couple of years' time, he'll be a lot better. Now, we do still have 35 mil to spend, but there's nowhere we can really put that. I'm really happy with the team as it is. We just need a little bit of time to recover from that -3 dumping. We do also have pretty solid squad depth. I'll just use that money on contracts in the coaching system. Now, do I think this team's capable of winning trophies this season? Honestly, probably not. But Chelsea didn't have a good start either, did they? And they ended up with just under 80 points. They just need to have a good season where they progress a little bit as players, and hopefully that'll set us up nicely for the rest of the takeover. And guys, as we end season 1, that is exactly what they've done. I mean, look at some of these ratings, for goodness sake. They've absolutely smashed it out the park. As for the stats, Rafinha got 52 and 53, 25 and 5 for Openda, 14 and 16 for De Jong. If we haven't dominated, I'll be quite surprised. But I can't believe this. We missed out on the La Liga title by 1 bloody point. How close can you get? It's insane to think we've done this whilst the entire starting 11 got a -3 in their rating as well. Imagine if they didn't. We have won the Super Copa though, so that's 1 point straight away. We, however, don't win the Copa de España, and Bayern knock us out of the UCL. So for season 1, it is just 1 point. At the very least, though, we don't end season 1 with absolutely nothing to our name. 1 is better than 0. But going forward, these lot need to start winning league titles in UCLs for fun, especially if they want to top Chelsea by the end of this takeover. Speaking of which, if you're enjoying this video so far with Barcelona and want to see more content like this, drop it a big old thumbs up, get it to at least 1,000 likes for me, and if you're new around here, subscribe whilst you're at it. But we're back to the takeovers now, guys. It's season 2, it's our second spin. Oh my god, what's this? Career enders. Spin the wheel with your starting team twice. Whoever it lands on is injured for the entire season. This wheel's got it in for me today. Okay, then the entire starting team is on the wheel. Who's it gonna land on? Oh, bloody hell. Araujo, really? So that's a centre-back gone. Who else are we gonna have out this? Oh, bloody hellfire. Koundé, we haven't even got a replacement for him. Man, this wheel sucks. And there we go. Koundé's out for this season, and so is Araujo. This really isn't a good start. But it just gets worse, guys. We only have 96 million to spend, so there's no chance of replacing both of them. Saying that, though, we might not have to, because Christensen's currently on loan to Chelsea. We just got to bring him back, and that's the centre-back role sorted. We, however, have no backup plan for Koundé, so we're going to have to spend all that money on a brand new right-back. However, this causes an issue, because obviously we are trying to top Chelsea on this leaderboard, so the question is, do we just outright replace Koundé, or do we try to find a short-term replacement for him? Because with him only being 26 years old, he could very well last us till the end of this takeover. God, I'm so stressed, and it's only season 2. However, I've thought about it, guys, and a short-term replacement doesn't mean they're bad players, so I'm going to go for Konrad Laimer from Bayern. Really well-rounded, as you can see. He could actually play as a centre mid. But for now, at least, we've signed him as a right back. Now, that does leave us over 50 mil to spend, and I know where to put that money. Because, to be honest, guys, we've not really got much depth for that centre midfielder role right now, so I reckon we bring in someone who's a little bit older that can bring experience into the team, and when necessary, actual quality. So I'm signing Fabian Ruiz, who for the most part is really well-rounded. But more importantly, he's a good player, he's experienced, which makes him perfect for depth. And that is this team indeed, ready for season 2. I'm just hoping that losing Araujo and Koundé doesn't really mess the team up too much. Because this season, we need to start winning trophies. And guys, it is the dream start. We are La Liga champions with Barca. And this is after 2 straight bad options on that wheel, man. This team's cracked. We've won yet another Super Copa too. We, however, don't win the Copa de España, and Milan knock us out in the UCL quarters on penalties. Not ideal, but we're getting closer. And it's no wonder, because this team is world class despite what that wheel's thrown at it. And the best thing is, Ronald Araujo comes back next season, and so does Jules Koundé. But they have both taken a hit. The stats, however, haven't. I mean, look at them. Openda, Rafinha, even Lamine, bloody Mal's done well this year. And for some reason, he just never does. does. I would say that looking at the leaderboard, all things considered, so far we're off to a tremendous start. And once this team eventually gets a good option on that wheel, I'm telling you now, the Champions League is ours for the taking. So let's see if in Season 3 we finally get a good option. Okay, thinking forward, this is good. Only sign under 21s. Okay, I can get behind that. It's better than a bad option. And we've got 105 mil in the budget too. So far, everything's looking up. However, this does cause one issue with this team that I hadn't actually thought about. Because as you can see, our team is one of the strongest in the world at this point, but it's also pretty damn young too. So it's alright signing under 21 players, but there's just nowhere for them to go. Our front three is world class, so is our midfield trio. Granted, our defense is the weakest part of the team, but that's taken the hit the most from the wheel, so that's not really their fault. I do think whoever we bring into this team is going straight out on loan, because honestly, there's just no room for them in it right now. But that's not to say later down the line we won't need them, because Dennis Seaman could be a great addition to the team long term. Only 26, 374 rated, plus with Stegen getting on a bit, if we send this guy out on loan and he does well, he could be our new number one. However, we're not quite finished yet, because I want to sign Lewis Miley on a 5-year contract too. Currently at Lazio, only 20, 76 rated, but again, if he has a good loan move and anything happens to our current midfield trio, he could slot straight in. But I've saved our best future signing until last, because I want to sign Jarrell Hato on a 5-year contract too. He's absolutely rapid, great defensively, and to be honest, with those stats, he could play anywhere on the pitch, apart from attack, of course. And after spending 52 million euros on him, that is officially our window done. But as you lot know, they're not staying in the team for long, because they're going on the loan list alongside every single one of these players. Some of them I want to just get out of the way, and some others I think would do better away from the club anyway. But as it stands, going into Season 3, this is how the team's looking. And once Araujo and Koundé get their ratings back up, we're legitimately going to be unstoppable. But I think if this team can win a Champions League or two early on, that will be a game changer at the end of this takeover. However, it's not looking good in Season 3. We just miss out on the La Liga title. We do, however, win our 3rd Super Copa in a row. Imagine if we went 10-10 with this competition. But we don't win the Copa de España, and we've still not won the Champions League. Bloody hell, round of 16. Guys, we're just going backwards. I don't get it though. The team's world class. As you can see, we've got so much depth as well. The stats are once again absolutely fantastic too. So honestly, I don't get where we're going wrong. Maybe we just need a couple more things go our way on that wheel and things will turn around for us. But right now, honestly, it's not looking good. So here we go, guys. Season 4 of this takeover, and I'm really hoping for a... Oh my god. How? A transfer ban? Are you joking? How on earth are we this unlucky? So we've got all this money and we can't do a damn thing with it. Bloody brilliant. We now more than ever need this Barca team to show up, because if they don't, we are definitely looking at finishing second behind Chelsea. But somehow we might have just had a turning point. We've won the La Liga title by 5 points. And this is after a transfer ban. We, however, don't win the Super Copa this time, but we've won the Copa de España. So that's 8 points now. And it could very well be 8 points more as we cruise to the round of 16. Where we've smashed Arsenal, we've smashed Leverkusen, and we've smashed PSG. We're playing Dortmund in the final. Bro, we better beat them. But at this point, I'm truly not taking anything for granted, but let's see what we can do against Dortmund. We beat them 3-0. That's 16 points in Season 4. We are now looking at the best team in the world, and all I can say is it's about goddamn time. And just look at the state of these stats, man. Rafinha especially, 52 goals and 15 assists in 58 games. That is genuinely not human. And as we enter the halfway mark, that leaderboard right now is looking pretty decent, with us on 24 points now. Barcelona just need to keep this momentum going, and honestly, we will leave Chelsea for dead. Having said that though, we need this wheel to be on our side to make that happen, and it's on our side. We get a free pass, we can do what we want. And we have 150 million euros to do that with. That isn't bad. But honestly, there's only one thing I want to do, and that is indeed replace Andre ter Stegen. I mean, he's 36 years old. He's not going to stay at 90 rated for much longer. And given the fact that neither Peña or Seaman are good enough to take his spot just yet, we're going to have to sign someone else. So I'm signing one of the best keepers in the world at this point, Juan Luigi Donnarumma from PSG. PSG. He stands at 6'5", 89 rated, and he's 29 years old, which means we'll get at least 5 years out of him. He was pretty costly, but I believe he's a worthy replacement for Ter Stegen. Now, we do still have 52 million to spend. However, given the fact our bench is absolutely stacked, it just seems like overkill if we spend it. So we all leaving the team like this going into season number 5, and if they do half as well as last year, we're going to be looking pretty good for the second half of this takeover. And guys, it is a very good start. We are once again La Liga champions. We, however, don't win the Super Copa this time. I honestly thought we'd have won this every time. But we have won the Copa de España on penalties. But we lose to West Ham on penalties in the Super Cup. How did we do that? But it just gets worse. We go from winning the Champions League to not even making the round of 16. Bloody hell. I think it truly is one of those campaigns for us, man, because we've absolutely stormed La Liga, we've won the Copa de España, but just done awful in Europe. And it's mental to say, but in comparison to last year, these stats aren't really that good. But as we pass the halfway mark in this takeover, we sit pretty on 32 points. And with Chelsea on 79, that really bodes well for our chances of surpassing them. This Barca side just needs 2 or 3 Champions League victories, and we've got Chelsea in the bag. We are, however, forgetting one vital part of that happening, and that is the way. Oh my god, no. You're broke. Sell 350 million worth of players and don't make any replacement signings. Oh my god, the wheels this. And true to the wheels weird, we've got no money. Just when things were going our way. I mean, don't get me wrong, we can easily do this, but that would mean selling some of our best players. And I really don't want to do that. I mean, we've got Lamine Yamal, Pablo Gavi, Pedri. Christ, this is a nightmare. Maybe we can get away with selling players that we just use for depth, because if we can do that, we might save our starting 11. I mean, we don't use Dani Olmo, and he's with 75.5 mil. There's also Conrad Lema with 55 mil. We don't use him either. But maybe we could sell a couple of the older players like Frankie de Jong, for example. I mean, he's with 116 mil and he's at that age where he'll start to go down in overall pretty soon. And Rafinha's the exact same. And the best thing is Ferran Torres could replace Rafinha and Firmino could replace Frankie de Jong. Guys, I think we've got this sorted. I reckon once all 4 of these players are sold, we might just hit 350 million. But guys, I think I ever so slightly miscalculated just how much we'd get. I mean, 64 for Lema, 166.5 for De Jong, 76 for Olmo, and 175 for Rafinha. I mean, altogether, I'm pretty certain that's above 350. I am an absolute idiot. That's 442 million. We could have avoided selling one of them. At the very least, though, this team looks pretty much untouched. Firmino's in for De Jong, Torres is in for Rafinha, but aside from that, it's the same. I think, to be fair, guys, considering that's the worst thing on that wheel, we've got off really lightly. I just hope it doesn't affect our season too much. And somehow, it just hasn't. We are once again the best team in Spain, almost going invincible. This team is cracked. We, however, don't win the Super Copa, nor the Copa de España. Okay, that's a bit weird. But we've once again won the UCL. So that's 13 points overall. So even after this team suffered its biggest hit yet, they still win the league title in UCL. Honestly, this team's unstoppable. Especially with these stats. I've run out of words for how good this is, man. Openda's a goal machine, so is Yamal. Pedri's just the next Iniesta with those assists. Absolutely unreal. And the best thing is, the worst thing on that wheel is out of the way, so it should, from here on out, be smooth sailing for Barcelona. Having said that, you just never know, do you? But then again, we do have more good than bad on this wheel. Let's see what this is. Spin a wheel with every La Liga team on it, only sign from wherever it lands on. Now, this could be good, but it could also be absolutely terrible. And there we have it. All 20 La Liga sides, apart from us, of course, are on this wheel. So hopefully we land on either Real Madrid or Atletico. Oh, we're just missing Atletico, Real Sociedad. In fairness, though, that isn't bad. Because going through their team, guys, there is a couple of players I wouldn't mind signing for us permanently. And with 300 odd million in our budget this season, there's literally nothing stopping me. So for starters, I'm signing striker Diaz, who's only 23, 83 rated. He won't be anything more than a second choice striker, but he'll do for depth. I'm also signing Julian Duranville. Absolutely happy with good passing and dribbling, just need to bolster his shooting and he'll be golden. And I'm signing Nicolo Varela, only 28 still, 86 rated, and he is insanely well rounded, which is perfect for our midfield. And after signing both of these players for the combined total of 170 million. That's our window done. And granted, none of these three will even touch the starting 11, but they are fantastic for squad depth. But going into the season ahead, this is how the team is looking, and I'm hopeful for a better season than last year. But this time, guys, I don't think we're going to get it. We just miss out on the La Liga title. But we've won the Super Copa, we've won the Copa de España, and we've won the Super Cup. Man, if we'd have won the title, we'd have had 10 points now. But we settle for 5 in Season 7 as Real Madrid knock us out of the Champions League semis. 5 points out of 18? Yeah, that's not good. This team has definitely underperformed this year, man. They're all 90 rated and above and can't win the UCL or the league title. I mean, it's definitely not our attackers' fault. 18 and 8 for Torres, 35 and 13 for Yamal, and 48 and 10 for Openda. What a signing he's been. And as we enter the final 3 seasons with Barcelona, we trail Chelsea by 29 points, meaning if we are to top the leaderboard by the end of this takeover, we need 10 points minimum every year. I fully believe these guys can pull it off, but as of late, they've been slowing down. So hopefully the wheel will help get Barca back up to speed. Oh, we've got the best one as well. 99 plus, make a player of your choice, 99 rated, but make no signings. This is exactly what we need, because if we get this right, guys, there's a great chance we top Chelsea on that leaderboard. But who do we go for, man? There's so many good options. I mean, there's Lois Openda, who's been amazing for us. I think he deserves it, but with him being 96 rated, I don't think he needs it. And same with Lamine Yamal. But you know what? I know exactly who I'm giving it to, guys. Pau Sabasi. I put faith in him in Season 1, and look at him now, 94 rated. So it only seems fitting that he should become the best player in the world. And now that the team looks like this, with a 99 rated player in the team, I'm expecting the league title and the Champions League. But so far, it's not looking good. We once again just miss out on the title. We've also lost the Super Copa, we don't win the Copa de España, and we crash out again in the semis of the UCL. We've won nothing. How has this team not won a single piece of silverware this year? It's official, it's rigged. The game's absolutely rigged. I mean, look at the stats, for goodness sake. How do you have this many players getting this many goals and assists and you don't win a damn thing? This isn't looking good for the leaderboard. However, it is still possible to not only draw with Chelsea but surpass them. But this Barca team really needs to lock in, otherwise Chelsea are staying top. So no matter what this wheel lands on in Season 9, it's officially make or break the Galacticos. Okay, simulate every game with Real Madrid this year. Every time you lose, give them your highest rated player, but you get a player of your choice from them if you win. Now this could be game changing, because at the bare minimum, we're playing Madrid twice this year, and if we beat them twice, for example, we get to pick 2 of these players to join our team for free. And that could take us above Chelsea on the leaderboard. And we've got 110 mil to spend this season on this team to make sure every time we play Madrid, we get the better of them. But admittedly, I am selling 1 or 2 players, one of them being Ferran Torres. He's 32 years old. I reckon by the end of this campaign, that 89 rating will disappear. And with Ronald Araujo being 33 years old, I think he's in the same boat. And hopefully, once these pair of Bosol will have close to 300 mil, and that will be more than enough to take care of Real Madrid. Okay, guys, we're a month down the line and we've got an issue. Neither one of these players are getting sold despite having loads of offers for them. But I think I know why. Because Ferran Torres is on 400k a week and Araujo's on 410. To be fair, nobody in their right mind would pay them wages. So instead of trying to sell these pair because it's obviously not working, we may as well try and throw these pair into the negotiations. Because the other thing I want to actually do is replace both of them, starting with the left winger, where I'm going to try and sign Savinho. But he's worth 102 to 128 alone, so honestly, I don't know whether we're going to be able to pull this off. Or I'm going to offer 30 mil alongside Ferran Torres. That's 127 million, but honestly, I think we may have to face the possibility of just keeping these guys this season. But maybe not, because Guardiola's accepted that. That's 1 down, 1 to go. Because now that we signed Savinho, we just need a centre-back and we're ready to face Madrid. And guys, the centre-back I'm going for is indeed Giorgio Scalvini. 28, 6'4", is 88 rated, and he's actually worth less than Savinho. But I'm not taking any chances, guys. We're going through 50 mil into this deal alongside Ronald Araujo. Again, not sure if they're going to accept this, but they have. Okay, for once it's gone my way. And now that we've signed him, ladies and gents, that's our transfer window wrapped up. And we now have the team looking like this, and considering the fact we're 9 seasons deep into career mode, it is absolutely insane. However, we've got to hope that we go flawless against Real Madrid, because if we don't, we could could lose Pau Sabasi, Lamine Yamal, Openda, Alejandro Balde. There's a lot at stake to this, because quite frankly, without them players, I don't see how we top the leaderboard. Now guys, we've just arrived at our first fixture against Real Madrid, 29th of August in La Liga. Let's see what we can do. A 3-0 victory, that's a fantastic start. Firmin, Savinho, Gavi, fair friggin' play. And this now means I get to take whoever I want from Real Madrid. Gordon Bennett, who do I go for? I mean, we could go for Mbappe, but the ironic thing is, Openda's actually way better than him now. We could go for Bellingham, but honestly, I'm kind of happy with the midfield. As for their defense, no wonder we've just slapped him. It's absolutely bloody awful. But you know what, guys? I've made my mind up. I'm stealing Vinny Jr. of Real Madrid. I know he's 32, but he's 94 rated. That's way better than Savinho. And there he is in the Barcelona colours. And honestly, with Vinny Jr. in this team now, I don't see how Madrid beat us. And we're about to put that to the test. It's not the reverse fixture yet. This is the Super Copper. I don't know whether it's the semis or the final, but one way or another, we're going to find out what the result is. 4-1 to us. Oh my god, we're annihilating Madrid. Sabasi, Savinho, Firmin, Sabasi again. We're just raiding the Galacticos. And honestly, without sounding cocky, I don't think I want anyone else from Madrid. I mean, we don't even need Mbappe, for God's sake. That's when you know you're in a good spot. However, I won't say no to João Neves. I mean, he's 28, 89 rated. He's really well-rounded as well. Yeah, I think he's going to be our second player. And there he is, ladies and gents, repping the Barcelona colours. But because our midfield trio is literally that good, he probably won't touch the starting 11. But right now, this Barca team is killing it. 2 back-to-back wins against Real Madrid. We've probably got one more game against them, and that's the lot. But I'm hoping we don't bottle it on our 3rd time against them, because they could still take Sabasi off us, and if that happens, that's a massive blow for us. Gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous. It's our 3rd game against them. It's the first fixture in La Liga. Let's see what's gonna happen. It's a 2-2 draw. Okay, fair play. We clearly dominated the game. However, we don't take a player from them, but more importantly, they don't take a player from us. And guys, I'm going through our calendar, and I'm not seeing another Real Madrid fixture anytime soon. I'm pretty sure that's done with them for this campaign. So for now, at least, we can put them at the back of our minds, but this team has new goals: winning the La Liga title and winning the Champions League. And guys, this is exactly what we needed. We are once again La Liga champions. 1 trophy down, 3 to go. But we've also won the Super Copper, and we've won the Copa de España. Guys, we're up 9 points so far, and that could turn into 17 as we cruise through the league phase. We've absolutely dog-walked Villa, we've destroyed Man City, we've battered Roma, and we've just beaten PSG. We've won the UCL. We've just fully done the quadruple. After how bad this team was last year, this is exactly the bounce back we were after, but I can't help but feel like if we'd have at least won the league title last season, we'd have easily topped Chelsea on the leaderboard. And as you can see from the stats, once again, utterly phenomenal. And as we enter the final year in charge of Barcelona, all we need now is a Champions League and a league title, and we top Chelsea on this leaderboard. And considering the team's never been better than it is right now, I'm fully confident we can pull that off. Especially when the last thing on this wheel is a good option. +2, what have you got for me? Your entire starting team gets a +2 in rating, but you've got a transfer ban. There's always a catch, isn't there? However, having laid my eyes on this team after those upgrades, I'm really not complaining. We have legitimately just taken Barca to the next level. But you know what? Considering at the start of this takeover, all of these players had a -3 in their ratings, it's about goddamn time we got one back. But it all comes down to this, guys. 12 points to equal Chelsea, 13 to overtake them. Which means Barca need the league title, the UCL, and a Super Cup or Copa de España to do that. And it is officially all out of my hands now. We've just got to wait to the end of the season to see what happens. And guys, they showed up one last time in the La Liga as they are once again the best team in Spain. They've also won the Super Cup. No Copa de España though, that could have been huge. But we have won the Super Cup. And as it stands right now, we're 5 points from leveling with Chelsea and 6 points away from beating them. So it all now depends on the UCL. And we've once again made it straight through to the knockouts, where we just get past Chelsea, we annihilate Marseille, and we just get past Liverpool. We're playing Milan in the final. It all comes down to this, guys. We win, we overtake Chelsea on the leaderboard. We lose, we finish second in the leaderboard right now. And we've done it! 2-1 against Milan. Barcelona are top of the leaderboard. leaderboard. Openda and Pedri with the goals. They sealed the deal in the last game of this takeover. And by the way, what a final campaign we've just had. Openda 45 and 57, 22 and 15 for Vinny, 21 and 19 for Yamal. Pedri was 16 and 22. Just insane numbers. And this is the final team on paper, ladies and gents. And I'll be real with you lot. If we didn't have such a poor start with the wheel, I feel like Barca would have wiped the floor with Chelsea. But either way, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, Barca are top and Chelsea are now second. But guys, will this leaderboard look this exact same way this time next week when the next team tries to take Barcelona's throne? Well, you're going to have to wait till then to find out. However, at the end of this takeover, Open is our top goal scorer with 322 goals, whilst Pedri is our top assister with 135 assists. And guys, that is the end of this takeover. But if you have enjoyed it and want to see more content like this, drop this video a big old thumbs up, get it to at least 1,000 likes for me. And if you're new around here, drop a subscribe as well. And if you want to see more content from me right now, YouTube recommends you watch this.